Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. It's finished Milan 2, Lazio nil. It's a massive win for AC Milan. Of course, 3 points that they needed to keep themselves in that top four hunt. They move up to fourth now, although they played a game more, of course, than Inter Milan and the teams around them. But they moved up to fourth on 61 points. Lazio on 64 points. So 3 points separating those two. And you expect maybe at least one of Inter. I mean, Inter in Roma could draw. But if Inter pick up a win, that just makes it so much more tighter, doesn't it? But I mean, it's fascinating to watch this race in Serie A. I mean, the top four race has been one of the highlights of the season. Really, this like I mean, you got Lazio, you got Juventus, you got Milan, Inter, Atalanta, Roma. 6 teams that are all like log jammed into that race for 3 spots. But we'll see what happens. Then this game itself. Gotta talk about Theo Hernandez. I mean, what a fantastic goal that was. The second goal was absolutely brilliant to watch. It starts with Maignan giving the pass to Theo Hernandez, and Theo Hernandez just runs, and then he puts a shot away. It's brilliant. I mean, you got to question what Lazio's defense was doing, but that's a goal that's worthy of winning any game, and it's a fantastic finish. I mean, Lazio, to be honest, looked a little bit off the pace today. They did look, well, not a little bit, but a lot off the pace today. They just didn't look, and maybe part of that is that it's been a season where they've had to put in a lot of effort. They're not a side that's used to being in this sort of position, so they put in a lot of effort, and maybe at some point it tells. They didn't do that well against Inter Milan as well last week. Now they've not done that well against AC Milan as well. Maybe they'll feel better once they have the home games, but it just wasn't working out today for them. There's a lot of bad decision making. A lot of passes went astray. That first goal, again, playing out from the back when you got that kind of pressure on you, probably shouldn't be taking those kind of risks, but they took it. And I mean, that's Sarri ball, isn't it? That's the way he plays. But it was an unnecessary risk, and the Bennacer as well to pinch the ball. It's a brilliant pass from Giroud, by the way, that because it looks easy, but he's actually got to anticipate the ball coming to him very quickly, and he's got to lay it off into the path of Bennacer. The shot from Bennacer again is very good because he's straight in the ground, so it pop balloons up, and the goalkeeper can't save it. But that pass from Giroud is really what sets it up. So again, good goal from Milan. The first one as well. The second one is just all about Theo Hernandez, isn't he? He's my man of the match, by the way, Theo Hernandez. I don't know if he's yours, but for me, he was man of the match because he was just so good with that goal. But also overall, but just that defensively, he just looks so solid in this game. And maybe Lazio played a hand in that by not really testing him a lot, but still looked fantastic. And the game he was coming up, I think, against Felipe Anderson on that side as well. So fantastic performance from Theo Hernandez. Fantastic performance from AC Milan. Keep in mind, they've got a big Champions League game coming up against AC Milan. Against Inter Milan on Wednesday. This win will give them a lot of confidence for that as well. It's a difficult one to call for me, that game, and we'll talk more about it maybe at some other point. But it's a difficult one to call because Inter have been in good form recently. AC Milan seem to turn it up when the Champions League comes around, so it's difficult to say. But this win is going to help them a lot to get that goal. Especially the fact that they scored 2 good goals and then they kept a clean sheet as well, which showed their defensive resolve. The only, I think, question is who plays on that right hand side. I think Junior Messias might just get the nod. But I mean, that's probably the only area where they'll think about, okay, who's going to play. I don't think Kalulu should start ahead of Kjaer. Kjaer should start in defense alongside Tomori, because that, I think, is the best pairing. But right, 2-0. I mean, you can't really argue much with that for Milan. And that's just a fantastic result for them, as I said, in the top four hunt as well. For Lazio, they've got a week off now before the next game, so they'll be happy with the fact that they got some time to rest, some time to recuperate. I mean, it's a difficult one because I don't see where the changes can come from, but they need something more from their midfield. I think today their midfield was a bit lacking. They need a little bit more from their midfield, and in terms of the decision making, in terms of the final pass. The worrying thing for Lazio was that they never looked like scoring in this game. Aside from that last towards the end, the passage got a shot away in the 95th minute. But other than that, they never really looked like scoring. And that's something that Sarri's going to have to fix, because you can have bad days where nothing goes in, or where you just don't look at it at the races defensively. But if you don't create chances at all, that's a worry, and that's a big problem for Lazio. So that's something that he's going to have to fix. But all eyes now on Inter Roma. I think that will be the one thing. I think the funny thing is, I think Milan will probably want a draw. I think both teams would probably want to draw. Actually, I think Lazio might prefer a Roma defeat because then they don't get into that race either. So it keeps into there. But I think both teams would probably want to draw in that game. We'll see what happens, of course, with that one. Anyway, smash like if you enjoyed this video. Share your thoughts on the game as well. I thought it was very entertaining. That first half especially was very entertaining for me because it was really at times it was just felt like Milan were just pinching the ball every time that they got the chance and they just kept winning the ball back very, very quickly. I was impressed with that midfield three today for Milan. Too bad they don't play like that often because they would probably be closer to the top if they could play like that every week, but they can't for whatever reason. So that's why they are where they are. But let me know your thoughts on the game as well. I mean, it's always love to hear you guys' comments, of course. Smash like if you enjoyed this video. Smash like for Milan for winning. So congratulations to all Milan fans for getting the win and get warming up for that big Champions League semi-final that's coming up. Of course, do subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Always love to love to have your support, of course. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again soon with more reactions, of course, to games that are happening today. So stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye.